So there we go. We are recording. So thanks for coming on. Today, we're going to be talking all about veggies. Veggies. So let me get that rocking and rolling. There we go. You guys all see that screen there? Fantastic. Okay, so you guys all know I'm Mike. This is Jana. Ergo Core Nutrition. We're going to talk about veggies today, and specifically, we're going to share 5 tips for increasing your veggies. Even
your favorite, David. I know.
Yeah, even for the pickiest of eaters, David. Yeah. So awesome. All right. Here, tagline. We love it, right? Here at Ergo Core Nutrition, we believe something as fundamental as nutrition should not be complicated.
Period.
We did not plan that. That was perfect. We're getting good. We're getting good at this. All right. So did you guys know that the CDC, as integrous as they are, they report that only about 9% of adults in the US eat the recommended amount of vegetables each day.
And internationally, only 1 in 10 people, which is about the same amount, get enough veggies in every day.
Yeah. So what is the recommended amount of veggies? Tell us, Jana.
So 2 cups of fruit and 2.5 cups of vegetables daily, every day. However, whatever time of the day you need to get it in, whatever works for you. If you need to start it with a smoothie, just 2 cups of fruit, 2.5 of vegetables.
Fantastic. All right, here we go. So let's reflect a little bit, right? What did you guys eat yesterday? Or maybe over the last weekend? How many different types of veggies are you consuming? And how many total veggies do you think you had? Okay.
Also, thinking about the color of them can be helpful too. Greens are great. Greens are so good for you, but it's also helpful to mix in some of the other colors.
Yeah.
And especially when we're talking fruit.
Yeah. Are you part of that 9% who ate enough vegetables? Or are you part of the majority? Right? Did you eat enough vegetables?
You know, I was doing pretty good till yesterday. Then when I had a ramen fiasco, I kind of gave up on the veggies and I just ate the ramen. But
I did. I'll post my video in the group. Yeah.
Good for you.
It's pretty funny, but no holds barred. I'm getting my veggies in. So either way, totally understand how difficult getting the veggies in, right? I've struggled with it for so long, and we've got 5 tips for you guys to get closer to that 9%. All right, tip number 1, clean and cut your veggies ahead of time. This is huge.
Yeah, you know, I actually thought about that. And so when I prepared for my work shift yesterday, I cut up a bell pepper and said, I don't know what I'm going to get. I don't have time to take all of my meal with me. I'll probably buy something and have it delivered to my job. But I made sure to bring the bell pepper with me. So I had a vegetable on hand. Now, granted, I ended up eating a salad yesterday, but today I am not going to be eating a salad at work. And I know the veggies are already there for me.
Yeah. So raise your hand if you got motivated at the store and bought all the fresh veggies to find them wilting in the back of the fridge over the next week.
I have done that before.
Yeah, we've all been there. So this can totally lead to being discouraged and just shying away from buying all those veggies. So that's why our first tip is going to be cleaning and cutting your veggies ahead of time.
And
so what does that look like?
So just need to make sure you actually have time blocked off for it. If you just say, yeah, I'm going to do it, it's a great idea, but then you get home and you realize there's like 500 other things to do at your house, you know, you got to do your cleaning, you know, end up talking to your significant other or whatever it be. If you don't treat it like part of your grocery shopping, where it is a task that needs to get completed before your grocery shopping is done, it probably won't happen. So actually look at the time at home to chop up your veggies as part of the trip. So set aside 20 to 30 minutes. Think of like bell peppers, cucumbers, carrots, broccoli. They all need to be chopped up or however you like to eat them. And then whether you're going to eat them raw or you're going to cook them, they'll be ready to go. But of course, you got to wash them out first, and then you can portion them. And so that way, if they're already in bags or containers, you already don't know what size of vegetables you're going to grab, as opposed to having it all chopped in one big bowl and then still having to take time to weigh it or measure it out later. It just will save you a whole lot of trouble, and it'll make you motivated to actually use them.
So here's a bonus tip, right? Once you have all your bags and containers and you've got them all pre-chopped up, right? Be sure to store them in the front and center of the refrigerator. Don't send them all the way in the back. So seeing them in the ready to use form is definitely going to make it easier, right? And then you're going to choose that option over the convenient, highly processed foods that you also may find in your pantry.
Yeah, and it's true. I have stuck my vegetables before in the, the drawer that's supposed to be for produce. And then I literally have forgotten that they even exist. And then I come back like 2 weeks later because I haven't needed that drawer for anything else and realize I forgot I already had broccoli and I just bought broccoli and this broccoli is bad now. So keep it where you can see it.
Yep. Okay. All right. Tip number 2. Try different cooking methods like roasting, or my favorite, air frying your veggies, right? We hear that most people, adults and kids really kids especially express their dislike for certain vegetables. So after taking time to dive a little bit deeper into that, right? It may be due to the cooking method, right? Maybe that didn't create a desirable texture or flavor. So for example, have you ever steamed broccoli and over steamed it and it just kind of like fell apart, right?
The color.
Yeah, it doesn't keep its green color. It usually turns brown and dingy and the texture is mushy. It's not great. So that could be why some people feel that they don't like a vegetable. It could be easy to write it off when you have mushy broccoli, right? So that's why tip number 2 could be roasting or air frying. Try different ways to cook your veggies.
And not gonna lie, growing up, my mom mostly did the steam method, and I was okay with veggies. I only really hated lentil beans or lentils or lima beans. That's it.
That's because they're gross.
Yeah, and Brussels sprouts. But I went over to one of my best friend's houses after I was an adult, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, your vegetables are amazing. What did you do?" And I was sure she like added a ton of stuff to them, and she only had added a little bit of seasoning, salt, pepper, the olive oil, and roasted them. And I couldn't believe how good they were. So now I always roast, or we have an air fryer, so roasting and air frying is my go-to.
Fantastic. Did you know, fun fact, that it takes about trying a new food about 12 to 15 times to really decide before you like it? That sounds like a lot, but it is true. So
we're not talking about just one time though, right? We're talking about spreading it out 12 to 15 different experiences, not 12 to 15 bites.
Yeah. So when your little one says they don't like broccoli on the table, maybe it was just the way it's cooked. So if you tried steaming them, now try roasting them. The texture is really, really important when it comes to trying new foods, for sure.
So using that broccoli example, try lightly covering your pre-chopped broccoli with olive oil, salt, pepper, like I said before, and any other seasonings you would like. Do you have any seasonings you like?
The Jimmy Cherries season. I don't know how to say it. It comes in a thing. It's spicy. It's really good.
Yeah.
I like to use grapeseed oil versus olive oil because you can get it hotter and I don't burn things with it. But yeah, or just garlic salt.
Yeah, I like garlic. Works. Also lemon pepper. We have a lemon pepper seasoning and I've been going crazy with that recently. Throw them into the oven, preheated at 400 degrees. And bake it on a lined sheet. Otherwise, it's going to stick to the pan. You're going to be upset for about 20 minutes. And then they'll come out crunchy and flavorful. And then hopefully everyone with you eating can get excited about trying them too. If you use an air fryer, prepare the same and air fry at 375 for 8 to 10 minutes. I definitely have over fried mine before and then they come up, they just get burnt. So if you pass that 10-minute mark, no bueno.
Yeah. Air fryers. Really good. So if you're looking for more recipes to experiment with vegetables, we have them all on our website. You guys have access to all the Healthy Steps nutrition recipes, and they got a ton of
Yeah.
them.
I have not looked through all of the recipes at all.
You can't even try them all. They're so good, right? So that brings us to tip number 3, sneaking veggies into the dish, being sneaky with them, right?
Sure, we've all tried to be sneaky. If you have kids, that is, or a spouse that doesn't like veggies.
Yep. Yeah. So you know what we mean. So tip number 3 is simply just suggesting creative ways to add vegetables into a dish with great flavor. So it feels incorporated and you're eating that without just eating a whole side plate of veggies. So here's a couple more examples of how to do this. My favorite, absolute favorite, meatloaf mini muffins and the egg muffins. These are phenomenal just for so many reasons, but they're just easy. I'm not gonna say bites nice, but they're easy. And they come pre-portioned because you cook them in an egg or a muffin tin, right? And they're just ready to go. So I really am a big fan of the meat muffins and the egg muffins, and you just put the veggies right in it. Another one that is a fan favorite is the zucchini lasagna. Now this one's kind of crazy. I have not tried it yet, but it's definitely a really easy way to sneak some veggies in there, and it's got a lot less calories than regular lasagna. So take some time, go through the recipes and pick some out, and let us know what you guys like for sure. All right, tip number 4.
Add frozen rice cauliflower to your smoothies.
Smoothies.
I do love cauliflower. Not gonna lie though, I haven't tried to add it to my smoothie, but I can imagine that'll add actually a good texture because you don't want just like a runny smoothie that's just, has no like grit to it. You need a little bit of something to make it thicker. So I can imagine that'd be really good for the texture. You might be thinking, what in the world? Cauliflower is my smoothie, but I believe it.
I've tried it. It's actually really good.
From experience. Yeah.
Yeah. So all you really need for the strawberry shortcake smoothie, the recipe's also online, right? Unsweetened almond milk.
I already used that. We like almond milk.
Sliced strawberries, frozen rice cauliflower. You can get this at Trader Joe's. Raw cashews, a little vanilla extract, and strawberry protein powder. I should have swapped this slide out for some driven strawberry. It's amazing. And if you're a chocolate lover,
then
chocolate peanut butter smoothie.
Yeah, we got another recipe for you. Unsweetened almond milk with banana, also the frozen rice cauliflower, creamy peanut butter, and chocolate powder. That's the one I generally carry. I like the chocolate.
Yeah. So the 1 cup of cauliflower gives it the milkshake kind of consistency, adds the fiber, vitamin C, folate, and everything else that goes in the micronutrients that are in cauliflower. I'm not a big cauliflower fan, but after trying a lot of these cauliflower recipes, it's actually really, really good.
And then it's a lot more nutritious than just throwing some ice in because you're already still continuing with your water consumption, I hope. But this will give you those nutrients that you might otherwise not get.
Yeah, definitely check out the recipe page on our website for all of these. All right, tip number 5. This one's a rough one.
Oh, I love
for me.
this.
I've never done this till months ago,
Really?
and it's been phenomenal. Yeah, adding veggies to your breakfast.
One time I made a discovery of I had my roasted broccoli, and then I put some fried eggs over that with cheese, and it was just delicious. I personally love like a good runny fried egg and like letting that yolk spill out over onto the broccoli and having some melted cheese just to kind of like give it that extra little fat and flavoring. It's just delicious. Or Parmesan cheese. Aged cheese is a little bit better for you than dairy. So throw some Parmesan on there if you want to. I personally think it tastes delicious.
Yeah, but definitely, I'm going to try that. Definitely try the egg muffins that we talked about. It is so easy to get the veggies in there in your breakfast, and just adding it to smoothies, adding it to omelets or breakfast sandwiches. It's actually easier than you think to get the veggies during the breakfast. So here's one, really, really easy one. And it's totally different. Carrot cake porridge. Right?
think that sounds
It includes carrots and spaghetti spaghetti squash, right?
I do love spaghetti squash.
Yeah, it only takes about 10 minutes to cook. So adding veggies to your breakfast has never been easier. Never been easier. All right. So we understand that adding all these veggies can be really, really hard. So one way we have helped picky eaters in the past get more adventurous with their food is we suggest a Friday try day, right?
I like it.
Yeah. So as you're taking notes, write down some recipes that you may want and choose a day like Friday to dedicate towards trying new foods, right? Get the kids involved or consider having a non-food reward waiting for them if they give these a shot. And after a few weeks of trying a new food once a week, you are pretty much guaranteed to find something you like. And you can make a game out of it. So it's really good way to bring the kids in and young ones to expand their food options away from
just macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, quesadilla and ketchup every night. So have them write it down and describe the way they taste, tell you what they liked or what they didn't like. Yeah, it sounds fun. All right. So thanks for coming, guys. Eating vegetables is absolutely crucial for your health. I'm sorry.
It's going to help you in so many different ways. Research has shown it decreases the risk for cardiovascular disease, for diabetes, weight gain, GI complications, even your vision, and some forms of cancers.
Huge. So hopefully these 5 tips have helped you find a couple of possible ways to increase your veggie intake. That's why we've always started as step 1, getting the veggies in. So if you're looking for more guidance and support, accountability, reach out to us. But thanks for getting those veggies in.
Yeah, feel free to shoot us a direct message. So that way we can answer any questions that you have right in the HSN app. And I recommend trying at least 1 or 2 of these tips. You don't got to give them all a try, but, experiment with at least 1 or 2 things.
Yeah. So let us stop that, and then we will